Hi everyone, it's Gail. I have been having so much fun playing with my boho journal, and I've been doing a little crafting without you because my husband was watching football today, and he just said, "Oh, all the games are blowouts. If you want to film something, go ahead and film it." So he's done watching football, so I'm back filming again. I've been working on this morning, and let's see, I put some beads at the bottom of the cover. I put some beads on the front of the cover. I mean, after doing the more masculine Christmas journal, I'm kind of like I'm going crazy on this journal with beads and lace and this is and that. It's so fun. So, anyway, what else have I done? Oh, I did this sideways belly band with a snippet a snippet trim that I had. Made this little tag. It's just a little. This book belongs to slip in there because it's kind of the first page. So, did that. Added some sequin trim on this little pocket, and then I put some beads on an index card, and I'm just sliding that in for extra journaling space. Okay, let's see what else we did while we were gone. Let's see. We did this together. Oh, I did this. This is just a little paper bag from A Tattered Dream, and I put some fabric and then one of the Mrs. Coggs images and some bling, and then in there I stuck one of the eco-dyed papers. That's the bright colors from the dyed flowers. So put that in there. And then on this side I did a little pocket. I don't know, can you see? Yep. With it's a old catalog card from the library, and so I put a little charm on a bulb pin there, and then another one of the images from Mrs. Coggs, and just lace and pretty stuff on it. Let's see, did that together. I think there's some more stuff towards the back here that I did this morning, just to catch you up before we get going again. We'd already done the belly band together. Here's the other side of the paper sack, and just decorated it up and put another Mrs. Coggs image in there. And that, of course, I think I need to give that a little grunginess. Just will make me happier. It's just, a little bit of this and that. Okay, so did that. Oh yeah. And then over here, I clipped it on, but I used one of the eco-dyed envelopes. That all of the eco-dyed paper in here was the ones that were done with the dyed daisies. So they have brighter colors. So I put a Mrs. Coggs image on the front, some ribbon, and then added a little Mrs. Coggs tag. Didn't distress that up on this side either. It's a good thing I'm going through this. I'm seeing all the stuff that I missed. Okay, so that goes in there, and for now I just have it clipped to this page, which I think is probably where it's going to stay. I don't know. So anyway, that is on there and clipped. Oh, and then I decorated this sack. I love how this came out. Let's see, can you see it really well? Let me lift it up. Let me just take out the other pages for a second and lift it up to you. So it's a glassine bag, and so there's a place to tuck something behind, but I used this awesome lace from Blue Fern Studios, and of course this is Mrs. Coggs, And I just love how that frames her little self. I think it's so cute. And then just put a Seven Gypsies journaling card inside. But love that page. Was excited about it. So that was kind of my morning, decorating the sack and decorating the bag and putting on some beads. So okay, so this is not wanting to stay in there. So I'm gonna have to figure that out, because I really like it with the beads there, but if it's gonna fall out all the time, that's not good. Maybe I just give it a little clip, huh? See, it's tall. The card is taller than this, but maybe it will still work. You know what? I just need to give it a big clip. Let's see. I think I happen to have some right here, of course. So what if I give it one of these kind of turquoisey, but a bigger clip that'll hold that. Yep, that's what it needed. So then that will just stay in there. Good, good. Okay, so what I thought we'd do now is I want to make a book board for this, or writing board, whatever you want to call it. I call it a book board. I don't know. Anyway, because it's bumpy, you know, all these awesome embellishments just make it bumpy, and that's just the nature of boho journal, I would say. But so we're gonna do that right now together. So, because I don't know that I've ever shown you this before. So okay, first thing we're gonna do is make it the right size, which would be, the book is 9, the pages are 9 by 6. I think we can go 5.5, just because once it's sewn in the page, what you have to write on isn't going to be as wide. So I think we can go 5.5. So let's do that. Just give that a little mark here. 5.5 and 5.5. And I think this way we're going to go 8 3/4. The book is 9, but again, doesn't have to be the whole length of the book. So let's do that, 8 3/4. And we'll get over here and do an 8 3/4. And this chipboard, it's good thick chipboard. I just got it at where's my other mark? Oh, there it is. I just got it when I purchased some 12 by 12 paper, and you know, I never throw anything away, so there you go. I'm just using it for that. Okay, so that's pretty straight, and give this a little straight line as well, and then we'll just cut it out. Okay, so that's the first part, getting the measurements and getting it cut out. I've showed you these before, my heavy duty Fiskars. I got these at Joann's, and they cut through just about anything. I did see they have a cutting, Fiskars cutting thing. Some of you may have it that cuts through everything. So I don't know, I might have to invest in one of those. Oh, it never ends, does it? The wonderful sort of equipment and craft supplies and stuff that we want. I don't know. You don't have to have them all, though, to do this. You can, you know, pare it down, but it is fun if you can swing it. But that's why I sell my journals, is so that I can buy the craft supplies that I need to keep doing this. Okay, so there's that part. And then we'll cut this off. And then I'm just going to measure it, and just to make sure that I'm going to stick it in the book and just make sure it's kind of what I want. And then we shall go from there. Yep. This will help though on those bumpy spots if she does journal in this, and if she doesn't, she could always use it in a different journal too. Okay, let's go this way. Let's make life easy on ourselves. Oh my goodness. Okay, there we go. Perfect. Awesome, awesome. Okay, so we're done with that, and let's grab the book again. Oh, such a chunky monkey already. Okay, so if we were going to write on this page, we can just set that in there. And yep, I wanted to embellish the edge, so it's actually just the right size. I'm liking that. Okay, great. All right, so next, I've got this tissue paper that's kind of boho-y to me, and so I'm gonna use that. And so all I need to do here is just kind of eyeball somewhat where we need to be with this. Maybe just on that line. Yep, that'll do it. Okay. So, right about there. Where are my scissors? They're right here. Okay. So I'm just going to cut out a piece of this tissue paper to be about the size we need. I'm doing a little overhang because, well, get it to size here in a minute. Okay, so we'll save that. See, it's like a map. It never quite folds up the way it came undone, you know. Okay, there we go. Alrighty then. Let's grab then our brush and our Mod Podge. Gonna make myself room here to get by because I have all of my boho fabric and craziness all over the floor. So, okay, so this is pretty, and just kind of slop it on here. So I'm just gonna get my brush really full and just get this kind of slopped onto the board. Just to make sure it's covered really well. I always kind of go down the edge like that too. And then there we go. So I'm just gonna wrap this up and around, and I'm trying to make it as smooth as possible because again it's writing board, but it is going to have a few ripples because of the Mod Podge, but it'll be under the page, so it will be much better than the beads and other things that we have going on in our, and I'm just smoothing it out a little bit here as I go here. Okay, and then we'll do this side. And yeah, the only thing to be careful of is just to make sure that you really have it well covered and that there's not air bubbles in it. But other than that, it's just really painting it on. Okay. Yeah, I had a few people ask me when I posted the first boho video, which was this morning. I've really been working hard on this. So yesterday I think I did 2 videos. So, but I'm just putting them out there, kind of one a day. But anyway, I had somebody say, "Would you do a start to finish?" Well, I'm not quite doing a start to finish on this one, but just some craft with me's along the way. It's a good thing. Okay. Awesome, awesome. We're done with the Mod. No, we're not done with the Mod Podge. I want to go over the top of it too. What I'm thinking is, do I want to go over the top now, or do I want to distress it first? I think I want to distress it first and then go over it. So we'll just put the lid on the Mod Podge, stick our brush back in the water, and I'm going to cut around it for one thing here. Okay. I'm going to get the paper as close to the edge as we can, kind of like this. Doesn't have to be perfect because I'm going to go back and sand it. So it'll be just fine. See, that's not adhering to that corner very well, so we'll go back in and when we do the second coat of Mod Podge and kind of get that in. But I do think I'm going to actually round the corners, I'm thinking. Do I want to do that? No, I do not, because I'm going to put a... Never mind. I'm not going to do that. Okay. No, what I'm going to do is just, for distressing purposes, I'm just going to glue this down a little bit. On the edge here. This will work just fine too. There we go. Okay, so we cut off the excess. I'm going to grab my little sandy tool. And we're just going to use the coarser side of this, and where it's not quite right, we're just going to go over and sand it. Okay, that reveals that this side needs some trimming. Okay, so then okay, perfect. Now that's nice and smooth. That's really nice. Okay, so let's do this side. Whoops. That's the one thing about the glass craft mat, you know, when you drop something on it, about hurts your eardrums. Oh, okay, so okay, and then we'll do the other side. Okay, well, it's looking good. Let's see if I can get a little more of this off with the scissors. A little bit. Sorry. Gosh, I keep hitting the scissors. Okay, now we've got nice, smooth sides. Those feel real good. Okay, clean up our mess. Oof, yeah. And I'm just going to give that a little, get the last little bits with this. Okay. Let's see, I must have thrown my paper towel away. Let me grab one and just wipe this off. Guys, after doing that sanding, I need to take my sweater off. I kind of worked up a sweat there. Okay, so I'm going to do that. And there's a couple of different ways we can kind of distress this. I've used some antiquing medium on them before, and that looks good, but I'm going to see what we can do with just with distress ink and see if it feels like it's enough. You know, I think it's going to be. It's just more the kind of the white glare that I just don't want. And when we Mod Podge over the top of this, it's going to smush around the distress ink again. Got some little sandy grits there. But see how much nicer that is than white. Okay, so maybe we'll do a little bit more on this side. And then this is Vintage Photo that I'm using right now, and maybe what we'll use is we'll use a little of the walnut stain here and there too. Okay. All right. Let's just see what that does. If anything, we'll just try it around the edges first to see. Yeah. I just want it to be as kind of as grungy. Let's see, which is going to be I think this is going to be the front. So I don't have to do this edge because we're going to put something on that edge. So we'll just do these other edges. On this side. I might like to do a little walnut stain here and there too. Yep. Just wanted a little more, little grunge going. All right, so I think that's just fine. We are now going to re-Mod Podge it on the other side. And that's mostly just to seal it so that, you know, so the surface is tough when you're using it to put under your page to write. So we're just going to put on a fairly thin coat of the Mod Podge and see it's moving the ink around a little bit, which is just fine. I'm just totally fine with that. I actually kind of wanted that to happen. Okay, so we got that side. I apologize for the noise. I'm just going to use my heat gun so we can continue on. Yeah, so that's feeling nice and slick, and that's good. Yeah, Okay, let's do this side and then let it dry a little bit. Yeah, this will be good. I feel like I've really kind of gone crazy with this boho journal because it was so hard holding myself back with the little bit more masculine Christmas journal. It's just like, I want to use some lace. Oh, but super fun. That was a super fun project. Okay, as is this. I'm having a great time. Okay, so there, I think we're done with that. So I'm going to put it back over here out of our way. Get rid of my brush into water, and let's give that just a little bit of a dry here. Okay, I'm going to stand that up. I'm actually leaning it against the tripod here for a second. And we are going to scrub off the glass mat. And then we're going to just kind of finish that off with a little bit of, oops, working into things. Get the Mod Podge off of there. I'm really loving this glass craft mat. I really am. You guys, I've heard from a lot of you that you've had one for a long time, and I'm just keeping up with my Joneses here and getting a glass mat. Oh my goodness. Can't be behind the times. Okay, so a couple of things to finish this off. I'm going to put something on the edge, but I am going to take my Faber-Castell big brush pen, and this is raw umber, and I'm just going to take it and just kind of go along the top here, because it's just chipboard, and that just gives it a little color, you know, a little darkness, and it looks more finished to me. So that's the objective. Yeah, so that looks good. Okay, and then we got to decide what we're going to put on the side of it. So I've got this bag of, okay, so that's the way it's going to go. I've got this bag of beads and stuff. So these are the beads that I put on the cover. Love those. Put these on that index card. So I've used both of these in the journal already. Then there's these that are little like leaves or something. And I want to put beads along the one side. Like so. Just along there like that. Now I just don't know which ones I want. So let's grab the book for a second. And we've got those green ones that are popped out there already. And this is going to kind of go in the back. So I kind of like how these pick up the orange and the rust in the cover. Okay. That's all I needed. I just needed to see it with the cover and see that I was making the right choice there. Okay, so it looks like when we do this, that we can, where can we cut? That's what I'm trying to figure, right? It looks like right between these two right here. Okay, awesome. So what I'm going to do is just put Fabri-Tac along the edge there, and then we'll just add those on like that. Alrighty. Kind of getting to the end of my Fabri-Tac again. Seems like I do go through it. So I'm just going to run a double line down there. Hopefully about the width of the ribbon. And then we're just going to pull that up. And smoosh it down. All right. Okay, I feel like that's dry enough to pick it up. And we're just going to clip off a little bit of this ribbon. Ever so slightly. And then I think a little bit of this one too. Not too much. There we go. All right. And just like that, we have a writing board. Now, you know, if you were doing a shabby chic journal or something and you wanted to do a writing board, you could do lace on the edge or whatever. But I kind of like this. This is fun. Okay, so once the signature's sewn in and everything, then this writing board, it's just gonna live in the back of the journal like this. You know, like that. And then when we get a closure on it and stuff, it's just gonna have beads everywhere. It's so fun. Oh, that's fun. Okay, so where are we at time-wise? Just about at 30. You know, I have another project that I want to do, but I think I'm going to do that in a separate video. So I am going to just call this one good, and thank you for helping me make the writing board, and we'll just be back next time with a different project. So thanks for watching, everybody. Bye-bye.